Has come from Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Italy, Egypt and Tunisia.
And so far MUYDINKHUJAEV has beaten Rashield Williams of the Bahamas and Arman Mashikarian of Armenia. TOLTAYEV, 26 years old, from Almaty, has beaten Gerald Kabinda of Zambia, All African Games champion, and then Cassio Oliveira of Brazil. Good international experience and pro experience also. Solid touch of gloves there at the start of the fight. MUYDINKHUJAEV in the red, TOLTAYEV in the blue.
Round one.
TOLTAYEV very quickly across the ring there. Maybe he's going to look to be aggressive here against MUYDINKHUJAEV and see if he can put him onto the back foot. What is absolutely crucial in these three-round fights is that you do not let these fighters like MUYDINKHUJAEV just settle into some kind of a rhythm. If you do, before you know it, you're 2 rounds in, you've lost both rounds, and you've got a mountain to climb. You cannot allow them to settle, but you can't be too reckless either. TOLTAYEV just with a nice guard there, looking to get close. Physically, you look at the size of MUYDINKHUJAEV, and you wonder how he gets all of that into 67 kilos. He is bigger than TOLTAYEV. Right hand to the body, good shot from TOLTAYEV, then goes up to the head, good combination. Strong left hand though from MUYDINKHUJAEV, comes back immediately. This is good stuff. And TOLTAYEV has, I think, got absolutely the right idea here. He's trying to be proactive, he's trying to make things happen, put the pressure on the fighter in red. You cannot allow someone like him just to have things his own way. Good right hand again there from TOLTAYEV, and a right into the body. Combination from TOLTAYEV. He's had a good start here. We're heading into the final minutes of round one. One landed there from MUYDINKHUJAEV. It's a cut. Right eye of TOLTAYEV. I'm not quite sure if it's just on the cheek underneath the eye. It looks like it probably is. Left into the body there, and I imagine, well, I'll wait for the signal from the referee. It could be from a punch, that. Head clash is the signal being given by our ref. But we don't want this one being stopped early, because this is a good fight, it's a good watch. And how does that look? She's just pinching it together there. Doesn't look great. And this is a kind of injury that if further punches land on it and worsen it, then we could see the fight stop. In that case, then MUYDINKHUJAEV would win, because although the cut was opened up by a head clash, it wasn't stopped on that head clash, so you can win by making that cut worse. So there goes the bell at the end of the first round. Good opening round. Not much in that. TOLTAYEV did some good work in that first 3 minutes. And they're just trying to get the swab in there with the adrenaline solution on it. Just clamp it in there and take that out and then just pinch it, try and get it to bind as much as they can. Okay, I think this one coming up now is the head clash. There we go. That's where the cut was caused. He knew straight away.
Seconds out.
So split scoring. MUYDINKHUJAEV gets it with 3 of the judges. TOLTAYEV with 2. It was close. I'd have been blue corner myself there. I think not much in it at all, though. MUYDINKHUJAEV just steps in and lets that left hand go immediately. TOLTAYEV has just got to forget about that cut. He can't allow that to bother him. He did well in that opening round. The game plan he brought, I think, is exactly the right one. You've got to be bold against someone like this. As I said, you can't be gung-ho, but you have to be bold. Blood coming from that cut again, but not too much of it. That was good work, just shrugged him off and then landed the left hand. There was nothing wrong with that. The referee didn't say anything. There was no call to break. That's a good combination. The uppercut, I think, got through. The other 2 were blocked. And there was a right hand thrown there on the break, I think. Left hand into the pit of the stomach there from MUYDINKHUJAEV, then looks to try and use that jab. That's a good combination from MUYDINKHUJAEV. He's just beginning to catch TOLTAYEV on the way in this round. TOLTAYEV was managing to find a way onto the inside in that opening round, and he's finding it a bit more difficult here. But he's still just pressing the action as much as he can midway through the round and midway through the contest. Left into the body from TOLTAYEV. Looks for that left hand again. MUYDINKHUJAEV didn't quite manage to get there with it. I'm just looking at MUYDINKHUJAEV. I can't quite work it out whether there's a swelling on the left-hand side of his cheek, around the cheekbone or not, whether it's transfer from the blood, a little bit of shadow caused by that, but I think there is. I think in that head clash maybe he picked up some damage too. I can't get a really good look at it. It doesn't seem to be causing him too much discomfort. TOLTAYEV just trying to come forward again, just let's go with that right hand. MUYDINKHUJAEV wasn't a fan of that at all. And he's really stuck at it here, the Kazakh. MUYDINKHUJAEV was just beginning to turn the screw, I felt, about midway through the round, and TOLTAYEV just making sure that he's not going to concede that ground. He's not going to let that momentum turn too much against him. He dropped that first round on the split 3-2, so still very much in it. The scoring of this second round is going to be very, very important. Lands the left hand right at the end of the round there. Well, the cut's not causing too much of a problem since it happened, to be honest. It is quite wide, but it's not very deep, and I think that's the reason why it just hasn't bled that much. But immediately, just get the swab in, adrenaline solution on the swab, get it in there as quick as you can, leave it in there as long as you can, get it back out, and hopefully it just, as I say, it just binds, and you get that clotting.
Seconds out.
It's split scoring 4-1 in favour of MUYDINKHUJAEV, which means that going into the final round, he's ahead.
Third and final round.
By 2 points on 3 scorecards. TOLTAYEV's got it by 2 points on 1 card, and the other one is level. But TOLTAYEV has got to take that level card. If he can do that, he needs a big round, take that level card, and he can take this to a 3-2 split and to bout review. It's been a good fight right from the first bell. TOLTAYEV came out strong, plenty of intent. Left into the body there from MUYDINKHUJAEV. Just a little stumble from TOLTAYEV, who's just trapped in the corner slightly here, but then just manages to step off to his left and find a way out. Just pouring into the 1-2 there. MUYDINKHUJAEV, and then just trying to push his man off. TOLTAYEV trying to respond. Right hand lands there from the fighter in red, who's maintained the gap, kept the distance well in this final round. Uppercut, single left hand, jab, left hand, and this is good boxing, keeping that upper body on the move. And the doctor's going to have a look at that cut again here. It's not bleeding too badly, to be honest. I think the doc will probably say that that's okay. But this is good stuff from MUYDINKHUJAEV. You can see him just keep it on the outside there. He needs a really big finish here, TOLTAYEV. That one drawn card, if he could turn that his way, then he could be in business. But he's finding it difficult to get near MUYDINKHUJAEV in this final round. Heads coming together again there, I think. 40 seconds remaining. He's come on strong in his final round, MUYDINKHUJAEV, and TOLTAYEV has maybe just faded ever so slightly. He's still trying to let that right hand go. Well, there goes the bell. Really good fight. Really good fight. MUYDINKHUJAEV, I'm confident, has done enough there. He took that lead into the final round. I think he's won that final round. He's won that final round clearly. But TOLTAYEV forced a really good performance out of him there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest by a split decision and going into the semi-finals is in the red corner, representing Uzbekistan, Asadkhuja MUYDINKHUJAEV.
And there it is, one scorecard in favour of TOLTAYEV, the other four going for MUYDINKHUJAEV. As I said, excellent contest. He did everything he could have done there, TOLTAYEV. Started well, maybe did just start to feel it a bit towards the end, never let the cut bother him. But a very good effort and a good performance from MUYDINKHUJAEV, who had to call on every ounce of his resilience and class there.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, our next quarter-final bout in Ring A is in the 67 kilogram welterweight